I'm Heather.
And I'm Emily.
Today we're here to show you some tips on how to use your wheelchair safely.
And we're going to show you two demonstrations, one going from wheelchair to chair using a transfer board and one getting up and out of a wheelchair. Let's begin. Alright, so in this segment we're going to be going over the things that a patient will be removing and maneuvering when they're getting in and out of a wheelchair. So first things first, our armrests. Right now it's at a perfect 90-degree angle, so that's what we want. But basically when you're adjusting the armrest, there's a knob here that you flick out and then it can lift and lower. Once you've adjusted it to the height you want, put it back and wait till it clicks, because then you know that the wheelchair armrest is secure. And you want to make sure both sides, both armrests are level with each other, they're the same height, just for comfort and everything like that. Next we move on to actually removing the armrest itself. This helps for transferring from wheelchair to chair. There's a little lever below the knob to help adjust the wheelchair armrest. So you're just going to push that and the armrest just slides out nicely like that. Alright, and then you can just put it back in. And again, you just want to make sure you hear that click, just to make sure it's nice and secure. So next we have our brakes. So it's very easy to maneuver with the brake guard on, but when you pull it off like that, it's very hard to turn the brakes there like that. It's hard, right? Yeah. So the only reason you'd probably be taking off the brake guard is again for transferring, just so you're not you can bring the chair closer to the wheelchair. So that goes back on just like that. Next we're going to be talking about the foot plates. You have two and you want to be removing both of them when you're transferring patients. You're getting them up and out of the chair, just because it is a tripping hazard. And you want to make sure when you're taking them off, you're putting them just to the side of the wheelchair so they're easy to grab once you want to put them back on. So it's a very simple way to remove them. There's this little knob here that you're going to push backwards, and that slides the foot plate out, and then you just pull it up like that, and then you put that off to the side. And then putting it back on again, you put it back on the same way you took it off, back in the hole there, and you just slide them back over until they click into place. Perfect. Last thing is our hand rims. So there's two parts to a wheel, the rear wheel. You've got the actual wheel itself, and then you have the hand rim that you want the patient to be holding on to. So yeah, just holding it like that, and then they can release their brakes, hold on to that, and wheel away.
In this part of the segment, I'm going to be teaching you how to safely get in and out of your wheelchair with no assistance. So you're going to want to first ask the patient to apply the brakes on both sides of the chair. You're going to next remove both foot plates. You want to keep the foot plates close to the chair so when the patient returns, they know where their foot plates are. Next, you're going to get the patient to lean with their hands on the armrest, prop themselves up, and push out of the chair. Alright, so now I'm going to show you how to safely sit back into the chair. So you want to make sure that the brakes are still applied and that the foot plates are removed. So you're going to get the patient to walk in and be standing in front of the chair, and you want them to walk backwards until they feel the chair on the back of their legs. Next, they're going to reach down for the armrests and slowly lower yourself into the chair. This is where you want to make sure that you don't just plop down. You want to make sure it's a slow process. Next, you're going to put the foot plates back on. And now this is when you can take off the brakes.
In this segment, we're going to show you guys how to safely set up a transfer using a transfer board from wheelchair to chair. So first we have to prepare our environment, and by doing so, we first put on the brakes and take off the foot plates. Next, we take off the armrest closest to the chair, and also the brake guard closest to the chair. So before we put the transfer board on, we have to move the chair as close to the wheelchair as possible, and we have to make sure that the wheelchair and the chair are level. When using the transfer board, it has a ridge on the bottom and a flat surface on the top. The ridge points down to the floor and the flat part goes right underneath their bum. So we're gonna ask the patient to lean towards the other armrest, lifting their bum so we can easily slide the transfer board. And when they're sitting, they're now set up to safely transfer from wheelchair to chair.
So next time you're transferring in and out of your wheelchair and you forget what to do, please watch our video for tips and tricks on how to be safe.